Haley. Good morning to you. So heard this happen a little after 10:15 Eastern time, and I'll start with what we do know. This was a Border Patrol involved shooting. This was not ICE. Border Patrol shot somebody who DHS tells Fox News was armed with a gun. They have recovered that gun as well as 2 magazines. Now, I'm told the person was shot multiple times and that medics were working on them and that CPR was being performed. There is a video floating around online of the shooting where you can see this shooting happening. What we do not know right now is what led up to the shooting or what type of enforcement this was. Was this a targeted immigration enforcement? Did Border Patrol know who this person was? Was it somebody in the U.S. illegally that they were marking for arrest? Was this a protester? Was this an agitator? Was this a U.S. citizen? Those are the questions we don't know right now. Obviously, when something like this happens, information is coming out very quickly, and there's all sorts of differing reports. But what we can confirm is that Border Patrol agents did, in fact, shoot somebody in Minneapolis this morning, and DHS tells Fox News that person was armed with a gun. You're looking at images of that gun right now. The gun was loaded and had 2 separate magazines. So we do not have an update on that person's condition just yet. I'm working the phones, working the sources to find out exactly what led up to this, who this person was, how it all went down. But
when are people going to stop being idiots? When are people are going to stop being idiots and thinking that they can stop Border Patrol, ICE agents, and then let alone have a gun on them with 2 magazines and it was fully loaded? They're saying that this person was a lawful citizen and he was agitating and a protester. He was not illegal or anything. He was a person that was there for no reason and had a gun that was loaded. Why does he have a gun with 2 loaded magazines? See, what we see here, man, we have people acting stupid and chaotic for no reason. And now we have people dying because of stupidity. Why are we around Border Patrol and ICE agitating, protesting, doing all these things that you should be doing, but then you're doing this while having a loaded gun? What you think was going to happen? And then you're resisting arrest, and then you look like in the video he was trying to reach for something, and it was a gun, so they shot him. What did you expect these agents to do? We're living in a world where people are making excuses for people's stupidity. Why are we there? Why do you feel like you need to take upon yourself to protest, agitate, all these things with a loaded gun? Marcus, you're supposed to feel sorry for him. He was just there. He shouldn't have got shot down. When they see a gun, they shooting. There's no talking. There's no trying to, hey, give me the gun. They can easily say, I'm in fear for my life. Then they have a picture of the gun. Look at the gun. Look at the gun with 2 magazines. So what did you think was going to happen? It's because y'all in the way. We have people there that finally have a reason to act stupid, go against the government, when all you need to do is be at home and complain from there. People are taking upon themselves to try to fight these agents or do whatever they're trying to do, but then you have a loaded gun. What do you think was going to happen? Oh, we got to get ICE out of here. We got to get Border Patrol out of here. No, you just need to stay home and just let them do their job. The faster they do their job, the faster they get out of there. The reason why they're doing what they're doing, but it's not as fast as they want it to be, it's because of y'all in the way. It's the people that have nothing to do with this that's in the way. But then you want to be in the way, and then you want to carry guns, and then you expect not to get shot. What are we doing here? Like, what we're starting to see in America, we're seeing people that are not thinking. We are seeing people that have nothing else to do with their lives but cause chaos. This is what we're seeing. And this is what happens. You're going to go and agitate, but then you're going to carry this. You're going to have this. What's the point of going and protesting and agitating ICE and Border Patrol, but you're carrying this gun? What do you think is going through the mind of somebody that's carrying this gun and they're agitating? I believe they were planning to use it. Why else would you carry a gun?
you can see from the live images, obviously this is going to turn into a powder keg situation. You've got politicians putting statements out already. You got people gathering to protest. You got, federal agents and police trying to hold those folks back. As information starts to develop on this shooting throughout the morning, you're going to have more and more people showing up at the scene here, and this is likely going to turn into another scene of heated protest today based off what we've seen in Minneapolis the last couple of weeks, Kaylee. But going to continue working the phones. All we can confirm right now, Border Patrol shooting, one suspect down, and gun recovered.
And, we're looking at that image there of the weapon that the individual who was shot had. You just noted, I had read that there were 2 magazines there, but this is a loaded weapon?
That is what some of the initial reports are. I'm not going to 100% confirm that yet. All I can 100% confirm is that a gun was recovered, and that agents have that gun, and that the suspect was armed.
And one final question for you. Governor Walz' statement, I just spoke with the White House after another horrific shooting by federal agents this morning. Minnesota has had it. This is sickening. Out right there, he said he spoke with the White House. Was it Secretary Noem who said she had an open line of communication with Walz? I recall.
This is what Governor Walz, Jacob Frey, the police chief needs to do. They need to tell their people no more protests. Just let them do what they got to do so they can get out of here. As a leader, this is what you have to tell your people, the hard truth. Go home. You will be arrested if you're agitating and protesting. I'm sorry, I'm not in support of this, but I'm tired of my people getting shot because of their stupidity. These ICE agents are not just coming around just shooting people. They are getting agitated. They're getting attacked. They're getting blocked. They're getting all these things that's happening to them when they're just trying to help the American people. So as a governor, this is when you need to show your leadership. Go home, everybody. We want you to go home, and we're going to bring the police out and just keep you away because we don't want you dying anymore. But this right here, this guy has a loaded gun. We have people that now finally have an excuse to do stupid things, but what there's happening to them is they're getting stupid consequences. That's what it is. I'm going to bring a gun around Border Patrol and ICE agents, and let's see what happens. This person is not alive because of Border Patrol shooting them. They're not alive because of their stupidity. If you're going to agitate, if you're going to protest, why take a gun? What is the point of having an armed gun?
There was a cabinet secretary that said they were in touch with Walz through the Renee Good shooting as well.
Yeah, I believe it was Secretary Noem. And then keep in mind, VP J.D. Vance was just out there in Minnesota the other day, and there were reports that he met with Minnesota AG Keith Ellison, and they had a pretty frank conversation about immigration enforcement in the state. So there does appear to be some lines of communication between the federal government and Minnesota here, despite all of the, all of the criticisms we see going back and forth between the two of them. But look, Haley, I mean, this is going to be, the second incident of a shooting involving a federal agent, actually the third shooting involving federal agents in Minneapolis in recent weeks. Obviously, we had the shooting of Renee Good. Then we had the shooting where DHS alleged that several Venezuelan illegal aliens attacked an agent with a shovel, leading to a shooting. That one was not fatal. We're waiting to find out if this was a fatal shooting. Last check was the person was having CPR performed on them with medics on scene. So, and that's the thing that the local politicians in Minnesota are complaining about, is they're saying, the shootings that are happening right now are federal agents. DHS will counter that, well, if you would cooperate with us and work with us and give us the criminals in your jails, then we wouldn't have to be out doing roving patrols in the community looking for these illegal aliens who are out in the sanctuary state of Minnesota. So this continues to just turn into a powder keg. And
absolutely right. If the states and the cities say, you know what, give them everybody that they want, give it to them, they'll be out of there. The reason why they're still in Minnesota is because Minnesota's not cooperating. That's all it is. You don't hear these agents being in these red states for a long time. No, because they cooperate. You didn't hear about these problems when Obama was in office. No, because they were cooperating. All this means is Minnesota needs to say, all right, cool, let's get these suckers out of here. Let's go ahead, give them everybody that they're looking for. And then let's go ahead and protect the protests so nobody gets killed. Because what's being shown is the federal agents ain't leaving until they get everybody they need to get. So the faster you want them to get out, the better you need to help. This is strictly Tim Walz, Jacob Frey, the police chief's fault. AG too, AG Ellison. You guys are purposely going against the administration. All you're doing is saying leave, but all you have to do is help. The faster you help, the faster they'll get out of there. You're trying to blame them, but what these people are starting to see is these federal agents ain't playing, bro. You do something stupid against them, hit them, or even have a gun or block them, they shooting on sight. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Be smart out there, people. Go get her Patreon, No Filter Morning Show. Appreciate you guys' support. Leave these people alone, man. Let them do their jobs.